Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammy. Welcome to my channel. I truly appreciate you guys joining and hanging out with me. I am a Canadian Sri Lankan citizen. I am semi-retired here in Sri Lanka. But today we're going to talk about, should you retire in Thailand? Now, I've been to Thailand many times over the last 15 years. Part of this channel is retiring in Southeast Asia. Where should you retire? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of Thailand, financially, socially, medically. Then we're going to get into the details of, should you live in Bangkok? Should you live in a tourist town? Or should you go move to the countryside? And there's going to be like a theme, this video and my next one. Next one, we're going to talk about the Philippines. Join me, why don't you, for this adventure? Because in 45 days, I will be living in Cebu, Philippines for 6 months. So this is going to be an adventure of where should you retire and how should you retire. Join me for that adventure, why don't you, right after this. Hey, I'm Sri Lankan Sammy. Let's talk about life after 50. Real talk, no BS. How I went from Canada via South Korea to now chasing my forever home in Southeast Asia. Join me for this next chapter. Hey guys, welcome to poolside at the Camelot Beach Hotel in Negombo, Sri Lanka. Very close by to my house. Decided to get a day pass today because Saturday afternoon. It's a little overcast, a little windy, but how can you not love living in paradise? So I got myself a day pass today. 5,000 rupees, includes the pool usage, lunch, a buffet lunch, which is going to be incredible. I'm going to have 2 lunches, one right at 12:30 and then again at 2 o'clock. And then afternoon tea. So the lunch is just incredible here. So for just under $20 US, so about, I'm gonna say $18. That's not bad for lunch and pool usage and lounging around all day. So I love it here. This is one of my favorite places. Check out the video about Camelot Beach Hotel. I'm doing one. You can check that out. So anyway, this is more of a video. We're going to talk about Thailand, about my opinions of Thailand. This is not a Thailand video. This is not pro-Thailand, anti-Thailand, whatever. This is just my observations of my experiences in different places of Thailand. Now, I am a beach guy. I'm not a mountainside guy. I'm not a rural guy, and I'm not a city guy. But I have traveled enough that I can talk to with a little bit of experience. That's the word I want to use. I've had personal experiences. And one of the things I want to touch on this channel is that people always just watch a YouTube video and say, okay, I know everything there is to know about it. But unless you go and experience it, you'll never know. And that's what I want you guys to do, is to go and experience. And don't take my word for it, but use my information to help you get that view of what it is that you want to do. Okay, so like for example, I can tell you to go here and go there, but if you don't like this or that, then you won't enjoy it. And maybe I gave a rosy opinion of it and it wasn't really what is your cup of tea. So that's why I'm giving you this basic information. And then you can then use that information to help you make your decision. So that decision being, where should I retire? So let's start off with Thailand. Now, Thailand is really good on visas for Western countries. So first of all, you can get a 30-day visa. Now, I am going to be very strict on this. Please, please, please monitor your visa. Don't use ChatGPT. Don't use Google. Contact the Thai embassy directly or use a reputable website that indicates visa requirements. The Thai embassy website is probably your best bet, contacting them directly. All right, you could check to see if you can get a visa in advance, but most visitors get visa on arrival. I get 90 days. No, sorry, no, I get 30 days. Make sure you count 30 days, not 31, not 28. For some strange reason, I was there over the course of February, and they counted February as 30 days. I ended up, it was 30 days or 60 days. I can't remember how long it was. But anyway, I was 1 day over according to them, but technically I wasn't. The other thing with visas is make sure that your flight leaves the Thai airspace within your visa. So for example, if your visa expires at midnight, but your flight leaves at 1 a.m., you're in violation. Hey, you're in violation. Now, what happened to me last time was that they said, okay, it's not a problem. You're 12 hours over your visa. They just signed it and let you go, and they say, don't do it again. Right? So it all depends on your immigration agent, right? So you just have to be careful. But visas, God, man, you got to be careful with your visas. But Thailand offers really good visas. I'm not going to do a visa video because it changes every single time and it's different for every single country. So just find out on your own, but find out from the embassy, the Thai embassy. Okay, that's what I'm going to tell you. And then take care of it right away as soon as you land if you're doing extensions, okay? Make sure. But they have some good long-term visas as well. I've researched it. I've seen some nice ones, some retirement visas, some education visas, some other kinds of visas that they have that are very, very good. But research it and figure out which one is best for you. Now, I'm going to touch on a little bit later what you should be doing. And I'm going to make a recommendation. I'm going to suggest this to everyone on every video I make. And that is, don't book your life off of a video. Don't book your life off of one visit. You need to go all over the country. You need to taste everything. When I taste, I mean experience. And I've said this in other videos and I'm saying it again. When you go on vacation, it's not the same as living there. You go on vacation, you don't really need an internet. You have the Wi-Fi. When you go on vacation, you don't need to worry about electricity, dental, medical. What is that little part for my fridge? Or I need to find salt and pepper. You know, those things you don't need to worry about when you're on vacation because you're on vacation, okay? But when you live someplace, these are the things you need to figure out. Oh, I need to get a new pair of eyeglasses. Where can I go? Who can I get to get this done? And blah, 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 blah. All of those things you experience when you are living there. So I'm going to suggest that you go someplace and you live there for... So what I did was I vacationed. Then I found a place I liked and then I stayed there for 3 months. And then I keep doing that in different places until I, over the next 5 to 10 years, figure out where it is I'm going to live permanently. But I probably won't for the next 10 years. As long as I'm physically fit, I'm going to continue to move around because here's the problem. Living in Southeast Asia, the weather is not always the best. So why do you want to live in a place for 3 months where you can't go outside at all? Where there's flooding, where you can't get anything, where the internet is off, where the power is off because of the weather. So my suggestion is, if you can, just live on a tourist visa. 3 months in one place, moving around Southeast Asia. And ChatGPT has shown me that you can do that and avoid the monsoons. The east side of Vietnam, the west side of Vietnam, the north side of Thailand, the south side of Thailand, the west side of Philippines at different times. And you can fly around using, like I have some online tools that I use. Well, I use ChatGPT. I use some online search engines to help me find flights and accommodations. So you can do it cheaply, but you can enjoy it more. And I think that that's where I come in. Where I wish to do, what I wish to do over the next 5 years is I wish to retire, but have an adventure. So traveling from place to place. Like, I don't want to put down roots, not until I'm much older. Maybe if I meet someone and, you know, I'll probably do that, or who knows? I'm only 56. I still have a lot of years left before I need to like stop moving around for health reasons. As long as I'm healthy, I'll keep moving. I don't want to settle down. So Thailand has 3 distinct lifestyles, I'm gonna say. So you have your tourist lifestyle, and that's your tourist lifestyle can be anywhere. It can be in Bangkok, it can be in Pattaya, it can be Krabi, it can be in Phuket, it can be in Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. You know, your backpacker, your digital nomad, and your tourist. So you're predominantly in Western areas, you're predominantly in more expensive areas, but you're getting the infrastructure and the food and the lifestyle that you're used to, but you're paying for it. Then there is the remote lifestyle where you can live in the countryside. You can live in the mountains. You can live in the far north, or you can live in the far south, right? But with that comes the cons, which is remoteness. You don't have access to food that you want. You don't have access to medical care that you need. You don't have access to creature comforts that you desire. And you're susceptible to the weather. In the north, it is the rain and the burning season, where they burn all the crops to get ready for the new planting season. In the south, it's the monsoons and the weather. So those are the cons. My choice is, if I was to choose Thailand, I would do about an hour or 2 south of Pattaya, right? Where you're still near a major city. You're not too far from one of the greatest hospitals in Thailand, the new Bangkok hospital in Pattaya. Great hospital. My gosh, it's like a resort, and it's cheap. You have, you know, once in a while, if you want a good steak, you can go to Pattaya, and you can go to Second Road Soy Bacau. I can't remember the name. There's 3 or 4 steak shops there that are really good, incredible. Western steak shops, European steak shops. You can get the food, medical care, and you can live a very slow, easy life, and modern, but you don't pay through the nose for it. Living outside of the main city, and you still have the beach. Right now, if you don't like the beach and you like the countryside, then you can go up north into the mountains, or you can go into central, right? Like Isan. And those are places that, you know, you can live a slower life. And even on the west coast in Hua Hin, even though Hua Hin is a very modern, I'm not going to say, I've never been, okay, but I know people there. It is more of a tourist retirement area. It's not touristy. It is touristy, but it's not as touristy as, say, Pattaya or Phuket or Krabi, right? Koh Samui, those kinds of places. So here's the breakdown from my opinion. I've been to all 3 of these places. So Bangkok is your modern city. Okay? So if you're upscale 5-star, Bangkok. Pattaya as your first single guy. It's not family oriented. It is if you stay away from certain areas, but the beaches aren't the best. Krabi is one of the best beaches in the world so far for me. Maybe when I go to Palawan, I'll change my mind. But Krabi had some of the best beaches. I was there a year ago today with Lady Sarah. Check out my old channel to see the videos there. Krabi is family oriented. Very pro-family, very family friendly, very fun. And slow. Phuket is a completely different thing. It is a little bit family, a little bit couple, but a little bit party. And very expensive. Like, it is probably one of the most expensive places. Compared to Krabi, it's more expensive. Compared to Pattaya, it's more expensive. Pattaya is cheap because it's so big and there's so much. Krabi and Phuket are expensive because they're compact and remote. Pha Hyun is cheap. Pha Hyun is cheap. And then you have like the little islands all over the place where you can just go and live. But if you get bored easily, there's nothing to do. You go to Koh Larn and there's nothing to do except eat and snorkel. And if you do that 2 or 3 times, you know, how many times can you snorkel before you get bored, right? You can do it for like 4 or 5 days and then that's it. That's vacation. If you want retirement, maybe that's what you want. You want that laid back where I just go out and I do nothing all day and just sit on the beach or maybe go swimming, exercise. You know, you have to take care of your health, but there's also that mental health part too, right? Me, I would love to live on a beach and just do nothing all day. Go swimming once in a while. Follow me when I go to Cebu and you guys will see what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be living in Mactan, and I'm going to be living in a gated community just off the beach, but it's going to be a little bit countryside. I'm not in a tourist area. I'm in an upscale area, but that's because that's what I wanted. But you'll be able to see me living that retirement life. That's the plan, is to go there and see how much does it cost me to live there. Because I did 6 months in Subic Bay 2 years ago, and now I want to do 6 months in Cebu. I didn't like Subic Bay. My next video is going to be about the Philippines. You guys can watch that and and learn a little bit more about the Philippines. But I have been to Bangkok. Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammi here. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you're seeing, please think about subscribing and liking. Also, to help the channel get out in front of other people just like you, if you could comment, that will help the algorithm get it out there. And hit that bell icon so that you know when the next video is dropping. I truly appreciate that. If you want to sponsor me, scan the QR code right here or click the link down below, buy me a coconut. Or if you are interested in life coaching, I offer that right here. Scan this QR code or click the link down below. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi. Retire in Southeast Asia. We'll see you all on the other side. Sorry about that, guys. I ran out of power on that one. Luckily, yesterday I got my replacement batteries. I got 2 replacement batteries from AliExpress. I'm going to talk about eventually how to do online shopping in Sri Lanka. I use AliExpress in the local service garage. We're going to talk about that. So, I like the beach. So I'm going to choose a beach life. I don't like to party anymore, and I don't want to spend tourist prices. So for me, the best place would be southern Thailand. There's 2 options from a weather perspective between Pha Hyun and northern west Thailand. Between Krabi, Phuket and Bangkok is Pha Hyun. And on the other side, because Thailand is like an N, where you have Pattaya on one side and Phuket on the other, and then Bangkok at the top here of the N. So you have those 3 locations, and then in the far north is Chiang Mai in the mountains. I'll never go there. I'm not interested. So I came inside because it's really windy out there and I need to dry off before lunch. So I came inside where it's nice and sunny here and no wind. But out of all the places I've been, I will vacation in Krabi or Hua Hin. I will vacation on the west side of the country and I'll live in the southeast side. Maybe I'll try Hua Hin and live there for a little while because there's a good expat community there. Plus it's a little bit slower life. Whereas southern Thailand, Koh Larn and Trat province near the Cambodian border, not the one where there's having trouble, the southern Cambodian border near the ocean. It's more remote, less touristy, but not a lot of foreigners. And if you're looking for that Western lifestyle, you need to have the foreigner community to be able to financially support importing those products and services. So, you know, if you like Heinz ketchup, you're not going to find it in Trat because nobody there eats it, and it's not worth it to import it. For example, here in Sri Lanka, there's this one particular type of yogurt I like. There's one particular type of cheese I like, and when I buy it in like bulk, and they're always looking, and I say, oh, do you? And when I go and it's not there, oh, well, you're the only one that buys it. Nobody else buys it, so we don't stock it, right? So that's the problem you're going to run into. So now, what do you need to do to decide where I'm going to live? Well, you need to, like I said at the beginning, you need to travel. And you need to go on vacation in each one of these places just to get a lay of the land. So that when you start watching YouTube videos and you start doing research, you can say, yeah, I know that place. I was there. I know that street. I know that restaurant. I know that store. Okay? So when you go on vacation, get a flavor of being on vacation, but also get a flavor of like living like a local. Get out of the resort, out of the hotel, and go walk around and explore and learn about the local taste. And do this for a couple of years and go to the different places in Thailand. Go to Hua Hin, go to Phuket. Don't go to Phuket. Don't go to Phuket. Go to Krabi, go to Pattaya, go outside of Pattaya. And if you like the mountains, go to Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. If you like the temples and everything. And it's much cooler there too. It's much cooler. But then, you know, when you vacation for a week, take 1 or 2 days to do the local thing, just so you can get a little taste of it. Then out of all of those 4 places, pick one to spend a lot of time in, whether it be 1 month, 6 months, or whatever, but a good amount of time. Now, it's not going to be cheap because you're not going to get the best deals on apartments because you're not getting it for a year, and they like those yearly contracts. I would suggest going off season, at the beginning of the off season or at the end of the off season for 1 month. So let's say the high season is October till March, then go in August, September, or March, April, just before the rainy season begins and ends, but just before the prices go up. Just so you can get a better deal, and it's not as crowded and not as crazy if it's a tourist area. Now, how do you find a place? Well, what I did was, I do it really smart. So first thing I do is I use Airbnb because it's got the places geared towards tourists. So they're more modern, they're more comfortable, they're more set up for tourists, for a Westerner. Then what I do is I do a reverse search using whatever tool I want, whatever search engine I want, of the pictures to try to find if they have a Google presence. And then I contact them directly. Now, contacting them directly is 99% safe because they're in the business to do business, right? So they're not going to want to screw up. They're not going to want to like rip you off. But if you really want, you know, like what I did with my current situation in Philippines is I negotiated over Airbnb for 6 months. And initially it was 3 months, then I extended it to 5 months, and then, 4 months, and then 5 months. And I got it down to a good price. It was regular like $800 or $900 a month. I got it down to under $500, under $600 a month US. And that includes internet and water and electricity. And she's setting up a home office and cleaning, all included. So that's great. And it's a 2-bedroom in a secure condo. Sorry for the noise. We're in the middle of the lunch setup. So when I went to book the place, she only booked 1 month, which means, we never said this in Airbnb messaging, is that when I get there, she's going to charge me the rest cash. That's where she makes her money. She doesn't have to pay Airbnb that extra fee, that like 10% or 20% or whatever Airbnb takes, right? So she makes that extra, and that's how she can give me a good discount. So if you can go to a place and you can negotiate a lower price, take it. That's the benefit you get. Make sure you get your good VPN, your SIM card, your internet service is all taken care of, if it's included or whatever, your electricity. Health insurance is important. Health insurance is important. Make sure you get that until you get settled in. Then you can get local providers or figure out how much does it cost for me to go get my teeth cleaned, to go to the doctor or whatever. Should I buy emergency health care or should I just pay out of pocket? Which is more expensive? Those are the things you need to figure out. So in Thailand, I suggest over the course of a few years is vacation in places that you like after you research online. Find your top 2 and then start living there for longer and longer periods of time to get used to it. And as you're living there, you can start knocking on doors to find local landlords, right? And when they meet you and they know you and they say, oh, I live here, I'm looking for a new place, then it's just more about, you know, you can do those bank transfers internationally and feel confident that you're going to have a place when you show up, right? Or if you want to just go all in right away, just book an Airbnb for a week. And then when you land your first week, just start knocking on doors, right? So that's how you can do it too. But I like to be over prepared. Like I am overly prepared, like crazy overly prepared, because that's the way I like to live. So I'm going to wrap it up by saying this. For all of the places I've been so far, Sri Lanka, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, I can't definitively say which one is best. For me, Sri Lanka is the cheapest. Thailand is the most fun. Philippines is overall the best. And Vietnam is a close second. But the issues with visas and cost, I've only been one time, so I need to explore more. But I'm hearing great things about Vietnam, and if I can get the visa taken care of, then that's going to be a good thing. Philippines, my God, 3-year visa is insane. Now we're going to talk about visas in Philippines because there's some issues with that 3-year, but 3 years is pretty good. Thailand, I think max is 3 months on a tourist visa with extensions, then you have to leave. Doing visa runs, they're cracking down on it. You can't do visa runs. You technically cannot come more than 180 days in 1 year. Technically. I don't know if they enforce it, but I've done it. I came for 3 months, then left, and then came back again for 3 months, but it was like 6 months later. they never said anything. But if you're gone for a week and then come back, then they're going to say something. Yeah, so they haven't said anything to me, but you have to be careful, because unless you have security in your citizenship or residency, then you're up to the whim of an immigration officer, and all of the plans you made, all the money you deposited goes up in smoke. What are you going to do, right? Like, for example, you live in Thailand for 3 months or 4 months or whatever with your visa, and then you do a visa run, but you've left everything, right? And then they deny you entry. What are you going to do with all your stuff? What happens? You're not allowed in the country. Who do you have to go take care of all of that stuff? Right? So you're SOL in that case. So please be careful, guys. Think about what you're going to do. Plan ahead and organize yourself. That's the most important thing. Organize yourself with information. That's all I can say. I'm Sri Lankan Sammy. Retire in Southeast Asia with me. Remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. I have that tattooed right here, right? It's very important. Always be good to each other. Please be good to each other in the comments. Make sure you comment if you watched it this far. And click that like button and the bell icon. I truly appreciate that. Comment for me, please. And remember, we're not strangers. We're just friends who haven't met yet. See you all on the other side.